I don't think this is a dead situation, but Ndamukong Suh visited the Dolphins today. Did anyone see that?
I did.
They said once he left, I don't know if this is a negative for him, but once he left the visit, a lot of reports started coming out that there was no contract, there was no immediate contract talks or anything. So I don't know what the situation is with him now. And I know that's something that a lot of people in Detroit really wanted. If he leaves Miami and there was no offer, does that make you feel a little bit better in Detroit, being like, okay, maybe he's not at that level right now to where maybe he is, and maybe they're like, hey, let's talk about it next week.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it may be more to them just not wanting to sign him versus it being a talent fit or whatever. I mean, I'm trying to think that the two people that know Ndamukong Suh, or the two parties that know Suh the best, are Dan Campbell and the Miami Dolphins, who are he actually may have played a year after Dan Campbell, but they know what he's like in a locker room, in a playoff race, as a competitor. They know what they're going to get out of Ndamukong Suh, which is probably different than what we know or expect or think or could speculate on. So whatever reason it is, you would think if someone really wanted him, and at this point in the season, you wouldn't let him leave the building without a contract.
In the chat, Tyler Chavez said, I don't think Suh is coming back unless it's the Ravens or 49ers. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not saying he's going to come back to Detroit or anything. It's just more so since I remember when he did it and we signed, what's his name in the middle? Who was it? Who's I'm blanking on?
Tyson Alualu.
Once we signed him, everyone was like, why didn't you guys get Suh? I think maybe that gives you a little bit of a step back. Maybe it's like, hey, maybe he wasn't ready like we all thought he was. Nick, what you have here?
Yeah, I mean, it's week 16. So what is he expecting? Is he going in there for a big contract already just to play a few games? Is that why he didn't do it? Or is he looking to show up and practice once or twice a week? I don't know what Suh's problem is, but if Miami's not taking him, I got a tough idea that he's probably getting a spot anywhere.